Hi, it's Dr. Gemma, and I am back to talk about how to fall asleep. I consider this to be part of my series relating to how to prevent yourself from ever having to visit a psychotherapist, a mental health therapist like myself. Hi. And you may remember the series is sweat, that is exercise, sleep, that is get enough sleep, meditate, that is practice mindfulness, and in a guarded sort of way, eat properly. Okay. So I've already put up this strategy on how to get started on exercise. The ones that I'm starting today involve sleep. And I think it's probably going to be three. One is going to be what I do today, which is how to fall asleep. And then I probably will have to break the next segment, which is on what we call sleep hygiene, into two parts. So I imagine we'll have three total on sleep. Sleep hygiene, by the way, is just the long term practices you do to help yourself to get enough sleep. Things that you can do all day long to make your body ready to sleep well at night. But let's start with what everybody wants first, which is how to sleep, because Dr. Gemma, I can't fall asleep at night. Okay. So, how to fall asleep, I'm looking at my notes. Thank you for your patience. How to fall asleep is actually pretty straightforward. And it goes like this: you can turn on white noise. You can take a hot bath or shower before you climb into a warm bed. You can practice progressive muscle relaxation. You can meditate, hopefully with an open mind or focused on white noise. Or you can practice army breathing, or you can do any of the above. So let's start with white noise. That's the one of the easiest and most straightforward things. If you have any kind of music service, or if you have the ability to record music on your iPhone or your phone, whatever, or iPad or some, or a tablet computer. If you go to any music service, there's usually free music in the category of white noise, and it's things like ocean waves, or rain falling, or a bubbling fountain, or thunderstorms. Whatever works for you. I happen to prefer ocean waves. Okay, and you just turn that on, and if you're clever, you'll put it on an infinite loop, very, very softly in your bedroom. Some people will put on earphones if they can do that to fall asleep too, so they don't bother any partner in their bed. Whatever works for you. But you put on the white noise. By the way, my husband just turns on a fan and points it away from himself if it's already cool in the room. So really, white noise is pretty available stuff. But you want to turn on the white noise, and that means soundproof your room. And it probably goes without saying, if you can, make your room as dark as possible. All right. And then you play the white noise. And usually, if I'm playing it and it turns off, that will wake me up. So I put it on a continuous loop. Another really easy thing to do is right before you get into bed, take a very hot bath or shower, as hot as you can stand it and be comfortable. And then you put on your pajamas and you get into a warm bed. And your body temperature will drop rapidly, and that will signal your reticular activating system, which is the part of your brain that controls sleep, and it lives right about there in the back. That will signal your RAS to put you to sleep. So the hot bath, basically you want a body temperature drop. Another way to achieve it is warm bed, cool room, that make your room comfortably cool, like in the 68-degree range, and have a very well blanketed bed. Climb into the bed once you warm up. You'll warm up, and then your body temperature will drop. Okay. Then we get on to the slightly more complex stuff. So let's talk about that. I'm going to start with, I have it as number 4 on my list, but I'm going to start with meditate, because I want to tell you I don't want to spend a lot of time on this here. In a later video, I will teach you how to meditate. But what I'm just going to say here as a shorthand is you can meditate one of two ways. One, you can just meditate with your white noise playing and let yourself focus on the white noise to the exclusion of all else. Okay, so any thoughts about white noise, about the white noise you're listening to, are acceptable. Every other thought you gently push away with your brain. Just say, I'll think about that later. I have the rest of my life to think about that. Okay. The other thing, if you're really good and you don't have white noise, you can try meditating with a completely empty mind. That is, just lie there, and every time you have a thought, silence it. And I don't set a timer for this as I typically do when I meditate, because generally I fall asleep and the timer will wake me up. But you can, if you want to try it and see what happens. I would say, return to this step probably after we go over how to meditate. But if you have some history of meditation, please feel free to go right ahead here and meditate. Okay, then I'm going to go to PMR. PMR stands for Progressive Muscle Relaxation. And give me a second to find that in the notes. Progressive muscle relaxation is one of the reasons I wear slip-off shoes to my therapy sessions, because I show this to so many people so often. And I pull my foot out and I show them my toes, because progressive muscle relaxation is very, very simple. The basic idea is tense up one set of muscles in your body while keeping everything else relaxed and counting a slow count of 20 and then relaxing that group of muscles. And what this will do is, in the muscles you're tensing, you're building up lactic acid in the muscles. When you release them, the lactic acid releases quickly into your bloodstream. And again, that goes right to your reticular activating system and says, go to sleep. All right, so you're going to do this muscle group by muscle group in your whole body. So the easiest way to do it is use your body as a map. So I tell people, start with your toes. I'm going to use my hands as an example, because you don't really need to see my toes, right? Okay, here's my hands. Oh, yeah, let's do that. All right, so there they are. And I'm going to clench, and see, I'm clenching so hard my knuckles are turning white. That's how hard as you can. And you're counting to 20. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, slowly. And then you relax, okay? And after your toes, you're going to move up to like the main body of your foot and try to tense the arch. And after that, you might lift your toes. You'll flex your ankle. Basically, stretch your ankle, pointing your toes up, and tighten that and hold it, okay? And you're just going to work your way up your body. Most people don't make it past their hips, to be honest. But should you make it to your shoulders, you do your shoulders, then you go to your fingers and work your way up your arm, and then you go to your neck. You will be astonished what muscles you can tighten, muscles you didn't know you had. So take your time. When you get to your shoulders, you do this, and then as you count, you'll get looser and looser, and you'll be able to continually raise them to your ears. Your shoulders carry an enormous amount of stored lactic acid, because most of us hold our tension right in here or back in our shoulder blades. So really, do your shoulders lovingly if you make it that far. And then don't give up on your neck and head. Here's what you can do with your neck, your jaw, your face, your eyes, your ears, stretching your ears back, the scalp, which you can see involves sending my eyebrows to the ceiling. Okay, so you'd be surprised. You've got a lot of muscles to use here. If you get to the top and you're not asleep, you can start at the bottom again or work your way down from the top. I've never tried that. It's very, very rare that anybody I know of gets to the top of their head. But there you go. That's the progressive muscle relaxation. And then finally, we have army breathing, which I have taught previously in the segment on breathing. But I'm going to go through it one more time. So you want to remember the numbers 4, 5, 8. Okay? And you're going to inhale to a slow count of 4. Or adjust it as you. I tend to go 1, 2, 3, 4, but ideally you go 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, etc. Okay, but adjust it to what you're comfortable to. But the numbers are 4, 5, and 8. That's the proportion you want. Inhale to a slow count of 4. Hold for 5 seconds. Exhale through pursed lips for 8 seconds. So the idea is you inhale, and that activates your sympathetic nervous system, which wakes you up. You hold it, and that makes sure the oxygen gets in there. And then you exhale to a count of 8, which activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which slows you down and puts you to sleep. So obviously we want to activate the parasympathetic with the exhale more than the sympathetic. Also, when you do that inhale, it's got to be quick, because you're going to inhale to 4, but then exhale to 8. And that will force you to do a deep diaphragmatic breath, which, remember, activates the diaphragm down here at the base of your ribs and causes your lungs to expand as wide as they will go. So, I'm going to try it again. I'm lousy at this, but I'll try it to account. It looks like this. Okay, that's what army breathing looks like. I want to thank, I can't remember her name. Somebody wrote in and said, my sister's in the Army, and they taught her exactly this. Right on. Thank you. So there you go. This is your shorthand course in how to get yourself to fall asleep at night. Again, using white noise, taking a hot bath or shower, meditating on the white noise or with an empty mind, using progressive muscle relaxation, PMR, or doing army breathing, okay? The next series I think will be one, if not two, on actual sleep hygiene, which is what you do, preventative measures all day long to help you sleep better at night. So there we go, put my notes down. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to donate on Ko-fi, I would appreciate it. You throw a few bucks my way so I can keep this project going. But these videos will be on YouTube and will be free as long as YouTube allows them to stay there. And you know, the Ko-fi donation is purely optional. Okay, tell your friends, and thank you for tuning in, everybody. Stay safe, take care of each other, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.